I recently completed a virtual tour of a home, and it wasn't with the Matterport. It was with the GoCam from Giraffe360. Take a look at what it can do. Of course, it creates virtual tours with a map that you can have on the side, which is amazing. And look how nice and crisp this virtual tour is. It also does high-end HDR photography that is deliverable and ready to go. And amazingly accurate floor plans as well because of the LiDAR. I can get a high-end edited virtual tour. I can get high-end edited real estate photos, and I can get a highly accurate floor plan, all for less than my Matterport subscription that I'm paying now. There's also video and point cloud data that you could get, but we're gonna focus on these three things. In this video, I set it up for the first time, test it out, show you how easy it is. Be sure to stick to the end. I'll show you the results of the very first scan I did. And real quick, Giraffe360 did provide this camera to me to test it out, try it out, and create some videos on it. They did not ask for any control over what I say or what I do. So this is 100% my opinion. So let's get started. So we brought the Giraffe in, gonna test it out on our first house. So the advice is just to have the first leg come out on your tripod. And then this goes up and in for adjustment for skinnier stuff. And that's their recommended height for when you're doing scans and photos in a house. Obviously you can go up higher or lower if you need to fit in certain areas. And then we take this. I still think that's neat how quickly it locks itself. Then we're gonna turn on the power. You hold the power button until you see the Giraffe logo. There's a little bar that goes across. And then there's no app or anything. Everything is run from the screen. So once it powers up, that screen is gonna pop out. The recommendation is to do one scan per room. I was told that the LiDAR runs while I'm walking around with this. After I hit the scan on the first one, everything pops up and it looks like the Giraffe. So I'm gonna set here for the entrance. New outfit, new day. So came back on a Sunday to finish this tutorial and finish the job. I wanted to try this out, see how easy it was to do everything without needing help. So that's what we're doing today. If there is a dining table or an island or something in the way, just get to the best spot. As a real estate photographer, I always like to look at the best position to be in. So people are looking, they see everything. So I'm gonna put it right here, close to the dining table, access to the kitchen, and then we'll start the scan again.
Oh, not yet. Okay, it's on me.
I did a scan on the other side of this island. The island's in the middle. I at least need to get this side measured for the floor plan. And then if I don't need it in the virtual tour, I'll just hide it. So I'm gonna hit scan again, go hide. And this time I will time how long it takes before I hear the beep. It's pretty much 1 minute. All right, 1 minute later, I finished the scan in here. Now, unlike Matterport, I'm just gonna walk outside, set it up, and see, it's not gonna take any measurements of outside, but it will put it on the tour it's creating. So I'm gonna do 2 scans. I'm gonna try a scan here, see what it does. It's slightly angled, so we'll see how that turns out if it does anything. And then I'll do a scan in the grass and see if it just puts it in the right spot. Don't know, we'll see. Oh, I have to hit scan. Oh, and they're not weatherproof, so don't try this in the rain. The Giraffe, it is scanning as I'm walking around. So I'm gonna go put it in this room. So I'm gonna do a scan here and a scan in the middle just to see what looks different. Because they say put it in the middle of the room, but I feel like it's gonna be too close to all this stuff. So I'm gonna, watch my head. So I'm gonna scan it out here to get the room. I think this will be a better view. And I'm not gonna really be in line of sight because I had the camera, I guess I will be a little bit. But anyway, let's scan it, see how it turns out. I'm gonna scan here and here. Something else that is cool is the AI will remove the camera from mirrors. So this will be a good test because it's right in that mirror right there. So let's see what it does. One thing I forgot to mention, because this was all open, make sure all your doors are open. They want all the doors open, so all the bedroom doors are left open. If you have a closet door, you can record it closed. Right here is kind of a waste if I scan and then open the closet. So I'm just gonna scan, trusting the LiDAR and the camera knows where it is. And open it up, scan it so it scans in there. And then I'll close the door and scan in the laundry room. Kind of dark in here. We'll see how that turns out in the scan. I left the garage door closed because client doesn't want the garage shown. So this will be a good test. I like the garage doors closed anyway, and you can go out to the garage with a click of the button. I don't know if Giraffe gives you that ability if there is a closed door, kind of like Matterport. If the door is closed, you can't get out there. So we'll see. At the very least, we're going to get the scan for the garage, for the floor plan. So on this one, 3-car garage, it won't see around the corner of that angle. So I'm going to be sure to do 2 scans in here. I'll do a scan here so I can get this little corner here, and then a scan in the middle of that side so the floor plan is accurate. I should push the button. And I'll turn it so I have time to walk away. So I'm going to keep the garage door closed, but all the other bedrooms I'm going to leave open, and closets I'm going to open, do a new scan. So I'll have it scanned with it closed and open. And then I'm just going to this room, going to go to the middle of it. I am not going to worry about being line of sight or anything. I'm going to go ahead and leave that closet open, and I'm going to scan. I'm going to set it up here. Something I didn't mention before is if you need to make sure you get both sides of a wall. So if I did, like let's say I scanned here, it wouldn't get that hallway for the laundry room. So I would have to do another scan here just to make sure everything's within the floor plan. So even if you don't need the scan for the tour, make sure you scan any blind spots that you might miss from scanning for the floor plan part. That makes sense? Probably. All right, so I'm going to scan here, and we're going to go. So I'm going to scan in the middle like they say, then I'm also going to do one over there, because when I'm doing my tours, I like people to see what the whole room looks like. So if they're standing here looking, we get the details. So I'll do the center because I'm supposed to, and I would just want to see what it looks like in the scan later. Out of habit, I feel like I just need to put this here to go into the room, but I did a scan here, so I'm gonna skip this one that's going right in front of the door just to see. So I'm gonna do the middle and go from there. So as you Matterporters know, it is hard not to connect your scans. So I'm trusting that I can go about 20 feet from there to here carrying it without being direct line of sight. We'll see. I might be screwing something up. So I'm gonna, since the bed is here, I'm gonna scan on this side, scan on that side, and then go in the bathroom. So just like in the closets, make sure you get the toilet because you want to get that whole area, get it measured. The more accurate you are, the better. And with LiDAR, these should be pretty accurate. And so we'll get the toilet, and then we're going to do pictures next. When you're done doing the scans, you have a gallery. So if you're not sure if you got every room, you can go through, you can take a look at it, make sure you got the room. If there's any, you just want to make sure you got them all. It's all right there. 26 scans in total. So now we're going to do still photos. So the still photos, we use the same setup. I'm very curious how this is going to work. So I'm going to go through just like I would set up with my camera, pretty much the same size tripod. So unless you're not using a tripod, this might be a bigger area than you're used to, but this is pretty much my setup. What's great about this, it's pretty intuitive. So you got your settings here, and then this is obviously the width of the lens. You can do auto, 100 degrees, 110, 115. When I was playing around with it before, 115 seemed about right. So I'm guessing that's about a 16 millimeter equivalent. Then you can set yourself up a timer if you need to get out of the way for mirror. And then you can also tilt, or over here, the angle of the lens. So if you're up going down the stairs, upstairs, you need to get a weird angle shot, you can do that. So I'm gonna keep that off for now. And then auto balance, the straightening preview is on. If I turn it off, it doesn't straighten it out. So that way you're good to go. You know it's all straight. And then you got the grid lines if you want them on. So right now I have it at the 115 degrees. I'm gonna put a 3-second timer on it just so when I'm in front of mirrors, I don't have to change it. and I'm going to leave it level. So and then it also says right here what you're at, 3 seconds, 115 degrees. And I'm going to go through setting this up how I would a regular camera. So let's get started. I kind of like this angle, so I'm going to push the button. And then it does HDR. And that is done. So we will go to the next one from there. So I want a straight on of the living room or the dining room, and I'll do a couple angles, and I'll go through the house. This isn't a photography tutorial how to set up for photography. You can watch one of my other videos on how to do a walkthrough on a house for photos. Be exactly the same setup, except the giraffe is doing all the work. Once my wife moves, I will hit the button. So now I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to get a couple pictures. Pretty sunny, so we'll see how it does against the sun. A little windy, see if there's any blur. Going to do a couple back here, a couple in the front, and do my last scan in the front. If you don't know, when you're taking exterior photos, especially on the front, you want your legs fully extended as high as they'll go, and then take the shots. So I'm going to get this, then I'm going to do the scan. When you're done, you need to be connected to Wi-Fi, so if you don't have a mobile hotspot or anything like that, you just need to finish it and then save it for later when you're home to upload it to the cloud to get processed. And we'll see the results back at the office. All right, took about a day to process and get the results back, but here is the virtual tour. Pretty nice and crisp. I'm actually pretty amazed on how nice this looks compared to any other virtual tour that I'm creating. Pretty straightforward. Everything turned out great. On doors, so this will go outside. Obviously, this is a test thing, so ignore me here. But you can go outside on doors. Any doors that are closed, it has this little icon right here. And something else I noticed, I did that scan back here in this area. This is where the door icon is. But as you can see, the outdoor scan is pretty nice as well. I did another scan over here, and it is nice and crisp. All right, let's just test out the garage. So the people that watched my whole video, so you know my mistake here. So what I should have done was scan this open and scanned it closed. So I assume it automatically chooses the one where I could walk through. Again, this was just a test video or test tour that we did. Going out to the garage. We did the two scans in the garage, and I'm assuming this takes us out front, which makes sense. This is pretty intuitive. Just a couple extra scans I should have done. So let's go to the room where I did 2 different scans just to show you what it looks like and see what you think, if you agree with me. So when you walk into a room, I prefer this scan because when you walk in, you see the whole entire room. Yes, when you turn, you do see this wall right here, but when they're walking in, they see the entire thing, and when they turn, they're just turning to find the dot. They're not worried about being next to a wall. But if you just do the one in the middle, I feel like all the walls are fairly close. Just my opinion. Everybody has a different thought on that. And then the other thing I was thinking of is because I did a scan here, and I didn't want to do another one here because just to go into this room, what's the point of that? Having an extra scan. So I thought if I walked in there and scanned, it would work, and it looks like it did. It has an arrow going in there, and then we go right to the middle. That looks good. I did one here because this was a nice little center area, and then through here, and then you got the main bedroom. So let's check out if it removes the scan from the mirror, or the camera from the mirror. So the camera would be right here. It is not there. Let's go check the mirror out in this room, I think it was. No, that's the bedroom. That's this room here. That was kind of cool, like zoomed in when there was 2 close dots. So this one had the camera right in this mirror. It is gone. And that is pretty cool. You can't even see it. Look how detailed and accurate and crisp all this stuff is. That is amazing. Okay. So here's the one we're in the middle of the living room or office area, whatever we want to call that. And then here's this one. I prefer this view but I actually would probably keep doing both so that way people can look around more. First scan, this is a winner. I only made, in my mind, I made one mistake over in the laundry room area, so I'll know next time to do 2 scans right there. And I'm pretty sure if I request that scan be removed, it can be fixed and not a problem there, so I wouldn't have to go back. But that is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the floor plan that gets created real quick. Here in Arizona, the square footage of a home is done by exterior lines, and this was only off like 20 foot. And when I'm doing Matterport or any other ones, it's off by a lot more because they're doing the interior measurements only. What I understand Giraffe does is they remove these walls in from the total, so it actually gives you a total interior, not including walls, figures out the wall thickness and all that stuff, removes all that, so it just does an area square footage. Very cool. And then we got the still photos. On this one, they look amazing. I'll just take a quick tour through looking at all the photos. Nice, white, bright. They do have adjustments you can do if you want to make them brighter, wider, more saturation, less saturation. There's plenty of options to choose from. We'll go through that in a different video. This one is just showing the results of our first scan. Like I said, this is cheaper than my Matterport subscription. I would say it's comparable to my Pro 3. And the bonus is you don't have to buy the camera. You're basically renting it or leasing it while you're using it. I can't get into detail on the pricing because there's so many different options. If you do 5 a month up to 100 a month, it's various options. But what you do get is you get the virtual tour, you get the photos, the floor plan, and if you use my link below, you get the free blue sky replacement and all the outdoor edits. Not spending thousands of dollars on a pro camera with LiDAR, but instead leasing one and a subscription model, a very well priced subscription model. Take a look at the pricing. I'll try to put a link of that below also. But keep in mind, do the math. Figure out how many of these you will be doing a month and figure out how much it costs you to do each one, including the scan, the photo editing, and get it in a floor plan. Just to do those things, you're looking at $50 to get it done. So you can get a subscription that is cheaper than that per house, and you have everything produced, sent to you, all done in the cloud while you're sleeping. For this house, for the cost of the subscription, definitely would have been a money saver. And if you're interested in how this is turning out, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button, because what I'm going to be doing is having my wife, who is not a real estate photographer, but she has been doing Matterports and our Zillow tours, but I'm going to have her take the camera and do a whole entire house. She's going to do the scanning, doing the photos, do it all, and then we will see the results